You got the #1 gifter badge. Yeah, Brandon fixed me. She really does a good job of, hey, look, I'm going to invite you. Hold on. Oh, there we go. JT, you came on so fast.
Hi, let me see if I can figure out the video here. Can you
All
hear me?
right, let's do that thing.
Can you hear me, Troy?
I can totally hear you.
Okay. Um, hmm. How do I make it so that you can see me? Hold on. I'm figuring this out. I got it.
Lucky's mom says, hey, Troy and JT, love you both. Hi, how are you?
Hi, great. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm doing really good. Yes, good to see you too. We haven't done a live in a long time.
I
Um,
know, you're right. It has been a while, hasn't it? Yeah.
mhm. I've
Yeah.
seen you on when we would do the finalist challenges. Um,
I would pop in, yes.
I would see you there. It always made my day when I saw you in there. So
It's a lot of fun watching you people. Okay, hold on. Let me turn. Hold on.
okay, all right, looking good. You're looking fresh and cool. Your house is always immaculate.
This is my office. So this
Oh,
is, I write in bed. So there's a bed in my office.
no
People always
shit.
think I'm
Oh, that's so
crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
So you just kind of do you roll out of bed and just start writing, or you
No,
get up
but this
and
is my office. So, I have an actual bedroom, but I do have a bed in my office because I don't know.
oh,
I think I read somewhere that Truman Capote wrote in bed, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try that. And so ever since I did it, I'm just like, it's so comfortable. And I just have my laptop and the cat and everything. So, yeah.
hey, is it true that so did Truman Capote only write one book?
No.
He wrote a bunch of books, but his last book was In Cold Blood, right?
I don't know if it was his last or his most famous. It could have been his last. I'm not sure.
I,
We'll have
I
to
think that I read that after In Cold Blood, he quit writing
because he
because of
didn't
it.
like I peaked.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Okay.
I think it was just he, if I remember right, I'm probably just like inventing all of this story in my head, but, but
Probably.
let's pretend like I'm the authority here. And, I believe that the book disturbed him so much that
Oh,
he just stopped writing.
okay.
And it was based on a true story, right?
Yes, it was. So, and I actually read that book, but it's funny. Sometimes you read things and you remember that you read them, but I don't remember. It must have been a long time ago that I read that book. I'll have to go back and read it now. But
Yeah, it was terrible. Like the descriptions of what those two guys did, they both ended up dying. Did you see the movie?
no.
There was a movie with remember Beretta? Speaking of In Cold Blood,
Yes.
man, this is coming full circle. So yeah, so remember Beretta? What was that guy's name?
Oh, shoot.
I wanted to say Robert Conrad, but that is
I was
not
going to
him at
say
all.
Robert too. Robert something. I don't know.
Robert. Yeah, I don't remember his. Yeah,
Coming.
it's gonna come to me. But anyway, so that guy, he was in some like really depressing '70s movies. Did you notice? Like I don't think you're old enough to like really remember all the '70s movies,
I grew
but
up in the 70s, dude.
yeah,
We're the same age.
we're not. You're
Yeah, yeah, close.
I so like, yeah, in the '70s, all of the movies were like so depressing. There was Airplane 75, everybody dies. There was Dirty
All the
Mary.
Dirty Harry movies, yes.
Well, yeah, there was Dirty Harry. I think those are the '80s, weren't they?
I don't know, maybe.
Like, but
Maybe.
like so Dirty Mary Crazy Larry was also where they die in the end. And then there's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. They
Yeah,
die in the end.
die in the
Bonnie and
end.
Clyde, they die in the end. Dillinger, he dies in the end. Everybody dies in the '70s. It was a thing. So anyway, he was Beretta.
Yes, Robert Blake.
Robert Blake, there you go. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Shannon.
Yes.
But yeah, so there was another weird movie that he was in called Electric Glide and Blue. Did you ever see
No,
that?
I haven't even heard of it.
Again, he dies in the end. Spoiler alert. But I mean, this happened like over 50 years ago. But yeah, so he was in this movie. He played a state trooper. He was like a police cop, and I mean, it was another one of those great movies. And then there was 2001: A Space Odyssey, and and what was that? There was another Kubrick movie, Stanley Kubrick movie that was really depressing. But
Aren't all of his movies kind of depressing? Oh.
yeah, they're all pretty dark, pretty weird. I saw a thing on Scientology last night, a documentary,
Hmm.
and
They show the eyes wide shut situation.
yeah, so yeah, that was the thing was like they were talking about Tom Cruise and his wife Nicole Kidman, and during the filming of Eyes Wide Shut, he pretty much like distanced himself from the Church of Scientology, and they went crazy. And yeah, it was.
Well, yeah. I just saw some clip where like the last line in a last Kubrick movie was like Nicole Kidman saying something to Tom Cruise, like, we really have to do something and we really need to do it immediately. And he's like, what? And there's this long pause and she says, fuck. And that's the last line in any Kubrick movie ever.
Oh,
Like,
that's
oh,
right. Yeah,
yeah.
he was. So I mean, Stanley Kubrick to me, like there are some directors of movies, well, like Quentin Tarantino. All of his movies, whether they're ridiculous like Inglorious Bastards or Pulp Fiction or Reservoir Dogs. I mean, they're all like
He's out there.
it's Quentin Tarantino, and I
Exactly.
think that Stanley Kubrick is like that too.
Hmm.
And I guess the guy who did The Godfather,
Oh, yeah.
um,
Coppola.
yeah,
No,
Francis Ford Coppola.
was it
He
Coppola?
was yeah, like he's his signature is on those as well. But I remember like so The Shining
Oh, God.
was
That's going
uh,
back.
that
Have you
was
watched
such
any recent movies or?
oh yeah, you know what I love is Galaxy Quest.
Oh, yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I knew exactly what you meant, but yes.
Did you?
Galaxy Quest was cute too, with Sigourney Weaver and Tim Allen. That was cute.
Yeah, I thought that was great. That was a great movie.
I don't
But
think either one of
anyway,
those are really, really current though.
yeah, well, I'm trying to think of like what is the last I saw the Joker. That was
That was good. Oh my God, he was so good in that. Super creepy, but yeah, that was a
yeah.
while back too. I think you need to take Sheila out on a date to the movies. You guys need to see some current stuff.
Yeah, the last time I went to a movie, it was like empty.
Yeah.
The whole theater was just empty. But yes, I think yeah, the point is Troy needs to get out,
Troy
and
needs to get out of the house.
I need to
Yes.
do other things. But there was a point to all my questions. So um, Stephen King, I think Stephen King and who's the guy is Clancy, uh, whatever the Clancy's first. What's that?
The writer, Tom Clancy?
Tom Clancy. Yeah.
Okay.
So I know Stephen King, he like hated the he hated both The Stand and or no, he didn't. I don't think they produced The Stand, did they? I mean, he produced The Stand.
Yeah, they made a TV, I think it was a TV movie out of The Stand, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was terrible. It was the guy that was in Wings.
Oh, yeah, well, the guy who played the devil was a goofball cowboy. It didn't come out right. The way that they casted it was very strange.
Yeah, and then the same thing. Like he hated Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, which to me was like a masterpiece
Oh, it
movie.
was amazing.
Yeah, it's like
Creepy.
you watch that movie and you're cold in the Overlook Hotel. But
Yeah. Who
it,
was it with him? Shelley, not Shelley Long.
Shelley Long,
Was it
yeah,
Shelley Long?
yeah,
Okay.
Jack Nicholson, Shelley Long,
Okay. Yeah, that was a
and
creepy movie. Those twin
and
girls.
Scatman Crothers.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
But,
Let's go back
so
to
so here's my question to you. It's JT. It's oh hold on. I need to show you something.
okay.
I bought
Oh,
I bought 5 copies of
the
these because
special edition.
I was so damn excited. Well, I'm like wandering through Target. I don't remember what I was buying. I had to buy something. I'm wandering through Target. And I'm like just like kind of wandering, and I see there at the end cap on the because I think that's like really good real estate, isn't it?
It is. Yes.
You were front and center on the end cap, and I'm like, fuck, that's pen pal. And so I grabbed like 5 copies and I bought them
Thank you for
because
your support.
oh absolutely yeah I mean just like little by little I think I'm gonna make you into a thing.
I hope so. I wish you would. Please work on that for me because I need some assistance. Actually, I went to the Barnes and Noble, the Target, and the Walmart by my place, and they were all sold out on Friday of last week. So,
Man,
yeah, I know
I,
that's
so it's only a matter of time before
world
you.
domination.
Yeah, they're going to be making movies out of your books
I mean,
because
that's
when
the
I,
goal.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, when I read your books, I am there. Like, I picture all of that. All of what you're writing. I picture it in my head. Pen Pal is a really good example of that. That opening scene
Mm,
where
you know,
and Tara Langella does such a great job of like setting the mood. But yeah, I mean, I could like hear the thunder in the distance and the creaky house and all of that stuff. Like your writing, I just love falling into your writing.
thank
It's
you. Well, I try and make it atmospheric. I mean, I try and make
Mhm.
it so that the setting is another character in the novel. And
Mm.
it doesn't always work out that way. But like, for instance, the book that I'm writing now, the third book in the Morley Gray series, it's set in Los Angeles. And because I grew up there and I'm so familiar with it, LA is a big part of this story in this book. So,
Yeah,
um,
it really is. It's very cool. So who's gonna direct your movie?
ooh, I don't know. Give me three choices.
Okay, so um, who's the guy who did? Is it Ridley Scott who did Avatar?
Oh, okay. Ridley Scott, that would be amazing. Ridley
Right.
Scott would be amazing. Tarantino would be amazing too. I almost wish like Hitchcock was still alive because there's a lot of such spooky elements in this book that he would have done a really good job with.
That's true. Yeah, because like I imagine. So for your Queens and Monsters series,
Hmm.
I think it would be pretty cool to see Quentin Tarantino do
Oh yeah,
those, and
that would be beautiful.
he would do some weird stuff to
He would.
your
He would
character.
make it
But
great, and it would have an amazing soundtrack. And yeah,
mhm,
I think you should write him a letter, Troy, and just throw that out there.
I'll do it. Yeah, I bet you there's like 3-4 degrees separation between me and Quentin Tarantino.
Probably.
I feel like I need to know him, and I think he needs to know me too.
I think he would make a really good friend of yours.
That would be really cool.
I want to know him too. I just would love to pick his brain. So I guess he was going to do his last movie, and he backed out of it because he's only ever going to do 10 movies, I guess. And
Really?
he backed out of the last one. So yeah, he's going to
Wow.
do
So
something.
he's like saving it for.
Uh-huh. For
That's
whatever.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, to think about that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, all the things he's done, like everything that he's done, even what was that? There was a movie that did you ever see Dusk to Dawn?
Oh yeah, with George Clooney. That's fantastic. And just
Yeah.
total. Oh, and who else was in that?
Oh
The
shit, there's
Juliette Lewis and the guy
Cheech
who played
Marine.
the
Cheech
dad.
Marin was in it.
Well, yeah, he's in everything. I feel like. But who played the dad in that? Harvey Keitel.
Harvey Keitel. Wow.
Great movie.
He was really great. Yeah. So anyway, like I didn't want to get us off onto
Oh,
Selma
Selma
Hayek.
Hayek.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I didn't want to get us off on too big of a
Okay.
tangent,
Okay.
but like as I read your books, I think about directors and I think about like the different ways that they would treat your books
That's
and I
so
thought that was pretty
cool.
cool. And yeah, just like finding Pen Pal in Target, which is like it made my day. It was really cool.
It makes me feel giddy because I've been indie, and then before that I was with Montlake Romance was my publisher, and
Mm,
they're published by Amazon. So I've always sort of been um, not able to be wide distribution, and so with this
mm,
deal that I just had with Bramble, the Queens and Monsters series is going wide, and Pen Pal is wide, and then I did
mm.
another standalone with them titled Blackthorn that's going to come out next year. That's going to be wide too. So I'm really excited about that partnership
Yeah.
with them.
That the bonus scene in Pen Pal is really cool because it's like it's from Aiden's perspective. It's
Right.
like from his point of
Yeah.
view. That was pretty cool.
Well, a lot of the fan feedback was that they wanted more from Aiden. People either they want a prequel or they want another book. And I'm like, because of the ending, I don't think I could do another book beyond that, but we could do a
Right.
prequel. But yeah, so I wanted to just give readers something from his perspective because it's always sort of interesting to read what a character is thinking that the other character doesn't know. So
Yeah, I think that's really cool. So, your so we need it. We actually have business to take care of,
we do. Yes.
and I'm really glad that you were able to hang out during like all of the challenges that we were doing, so that you could get to know you could get to know our contestants,
Yeah.
and kind of like watch them grow through the through the competition. And it's been pretty exciting, and I love that you were that you were a part of that. And so, but I want before we announce who it is, who are the final two, who are the Dark Stars. um, I want to talk about the project that our winners get to participate in.
Okay.
And so this is a Dark Star Romance Jam. It's called Beg for Me.
Yep.
And we have two stars already picked for this. Is it okay
Yeah.
to say who
Yeah.
it is?
You can
Okay,
announce
so
it.
Connor Craze
Mhm.
and Taryn Langella.
Yes.
And so the winners of the next Dark Star are going to be in this book with them. And so I think we're going to start production sometime in September.
Correct.
Do you have is the manuscript finished, or are you still working on it?
No, I'm writing the manuscript as we speak. And so, what I'm going to do, these two characters or these two narrators who will win, I'm going to write specific parts for them in the book, which I've never been able to do before. Usually, I kind of write the book and then I'll cast the voices at the end for the audiobook. So this is going to be a really fun process for me to have a couple of people that I'm like, oh, okay, this person I'm writing it, in the scene. So because it's the third book in a series, I'm already familiar with the story, and it's an age gap romance where the woman is older. So Tara is going to be playing this very sophisticated, sexy older lady, and Connor is the younger man who is obsessed with her. And so we're going to have all of their friends and the LA scene and all of these great things that go into it. So I'm going to be writing a couple parts for these people. Yeah, so it's going to be fun.
That is so damn cool. Like, just to think that, I don't know. It's like, it's kind of weird to think, for me to think about, well, I'm sure you don't think about it, but as you're telling me about about this, and that you haven't read it yet, it's really cool. Like, kind of like, it's still in your mind. And the fact that you're writing this story, and the winners of this contest are going to be in your mind while you're writing it it's pretty amazing. I think that's a really
It's
cool
exciting. I
thing.
think it's such a fun project, and I'm really excited that we're sort of collaborating on this, because I'm very proud of you that you put this whole thing together. It's really important, and I think it's very helpful for narrators coming up to have somebody like you and all the mentors that you've had on helping these people and assisting them, because it's a competitive business and it's hard to break into. And I'm sure people who aren't doing it or haven't done it, who maybe have a good voice and want to get into it, have no idea how to do it. So it's a good thing that you and Dark Star, putting this competition together and helping people. So
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
that,
And I
yeah.
do have to, I've got to say that, like, without Tessa and Brandon, this would have been a Troy Fubar experience. I mean, they've really done a great job of like keeping everything in line and everything scheduled. So thank you to Tessa and Brandon, because it's amazing, because of what they did.
You have a
And
great team. Yeah.
yeah, and I love that. I do love it that it's like it's my chance to kind of do for other narrators what I wish that I wish it would have been available for me when I was getting started, and I had no idea what I was doing, and so I just kind of like stumbled through until I learned things the hard way. But
Yeah, so it's great that you're paying that forward. You're passing it along to the next generation of people. Not that you're retiring or anything, but
yeah,
because I still have many books that you're going to continue to star in, so you're not allowed to retire. But No,
Oh man.
it's a great project, and it's it's been a lot of fun watching everybody. And I have to say the quality of the contestants. I mean, I don't want to make it sound bad, but I was shocked. The first 26 that you put out there, I was shocked at how good everyone was, and then watching through the competition. As they were coached and as they, got a little bit of feedback and learned how everyone really grew.
Hmm.
It was amazing to me to watch all that. So, and a lot of
That's
fun.
pretty amazing. Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, what, when we first started talking about this way back when, I mean, did you have in the back of your mind, like, yeah, but what if they suck? I mean, what if, what if, what if the winners are just not that good?
No, I actually never thought that. I knew that something like this people would be attracted to because of your reputation, and so I think you would get good people anyway coming to you. But I also knew that when you have a situation like people are getting coached and they just have natural talent,
Mhm.
the trajectory of how good they can get quickly, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
And whenever you have a community of people voting on things like this, that's a lot of fun too. So, it was just, I just knew it was going to be all good in the end. So, no, I wasn't worried about it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I wasn't really worried either. Especially when, like, at the very first blush, when we had to go through all those 130
Yes, I didn't see
contestants.
any of those. So that, I only saw the 26. So you must have been, it must have been a hard deal
Yeah,
to,
I mean, that was the hard thing is, like, we had to put this matrix together of like all of the different things that we were looking for, like,
okay.
how's their voice, and
Mhm.
do they have the ability to act, and what are they bringing to the table in terms of, like, addiction, and just, like, how compelling are they? And it was really difficult because, like, my initial instinct was just like, oh, they all sound great,
Mhm.
but you can't, somebody has to win. So,
Right.
getting it down to the top 26 was when I realized, yeah, this is pretty cool. Like, we've
Mhm.
got we've got a real competition. And then, speaking of competition, I think that it was really cool to see that competition really does make um, it makes you play your A game, and the
Yes.
better your contestants get, the level of play just, like, really ratchets up when you see these people are like, okay, I'm in the bigs now, and so I'm going to bring my A game, and they all did, and I thought
I
that was
think everybody did such a good job of presenting themselves, not only in the best performance light, but professionally, because
Mhm.
it's difficult to get in front of a camera and start reading these words, and you're really putting yourself out there. And so I have to give props to the narrators for that too, because if you're not used to being out there and putting yourself out there, it can be
Yeah.
really nerve wracking, and especially to know that you're being judged. So
Mhm.
yeah, so good for them for doing that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true. I should have invited you on those mentor sessions, because, like, talk about nerve wracking. I mean, here are these brand new narrators, and they're having to read these scenes in
yeah,
front of people like Tara Langella
right.
and Teddy Hamilton
Yeah,
and
I can't even
Jen.
imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it's, like, these are the big names in narrating, and all of a sudden they have to read in front of them, especially
Mhm.
because, like, as narrators, we sit here in our little dungeons and we
Yeah,
read to ourselves, so there's no pressure.
yeah.
But yeah, it was really tough. It was
I'm actually glad in a way that I didn't see the behind the scenes stuff, because
mhm.
what I was able to see was the exponential growth of everybody, and how they, they kept leveling up their game. So
Mhm.
it's good for me to have a little bit of distance. And I,
Yeah,
didn't want to meddle in the process at all or anything. I just wanted to see who I really thought had not only the quality of voice, that's definitely one thing, but
mhm.
the teachability, someone who is able to be mentored, because not everybody is able to take constructive criticism, right? So,
Right. Yeah.
um, and then also when we had the final five, I just closed my eyes and I just listened to the performance. I didn't want to look at the screen because I have the advantage of knowing, since I wrote all those words that narrators were performing, I have the advantage of knowing in my mind what I intended for these characters to sound like. And to me, the acting part of it is the number one most important thing, aside from the quality of voice. Because when I first started out in this business, when I was first published in 2012, my publisher gave me a whole bunch of, we did audiobooks, and I did not get to choose who the narrators were. And they said, we've got these award-winning narrators, and this, so they gave them to me. And when I finally heard the final audiobook, I was so appalled because it was supposed to be British accents, and these people sounded like Dracula. So it was so far off from what I pictured.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I just like fell on the floor when I heard it. So when I was thinking about the final two who were going to be the grand prize winners, I just thought about, okay, how good of an actor are they? And so that was kind of my criteria. But can I tell everybody the one little thing that I proposed to you about the final five?
Yeah.
Okay, so Troy already knows this, but when I was listening to the final five, I thought, wouldn't it be great, because all of these contestants are so good, that I would love to work all of the final five into this project that we're going to do for Dark Star. So we're going to do that. So everybody who is in the final five is going to get some kind of a part. It won't necessarily be as large as the final two grand winners, prize winners. But yeah, I want to put everybody in there because I just think everybody deserves to have that credit on there. So yay!
I think that's amazing. I think that is so freaking cool. Like I wasn't going to say, and I was trying to contain my excitement, but knowing that was around the corner was pretty cool. So all five of our finalists right now,
yes,
are winners, right? I mean,
yes.
So it's pretty amazing. Like,
well, like I said, because I've heard their voices, now it's like, okay, I'm going to write this little part for this person because their voice is going to be so great for that, and so I'm really excited about it.
I love that. And you know what, honestly, JT, I've got to tell you how grateful I am to you for everything that you've done. You've been so supportive of everything, from the convention when we first started it, when I reached out to JT to ask her to consider attending, she without hesitation said yes. Yeah. And it was like, it's really pretty amazing. And I'm so grateful. And then after we had to say, okay, so the convention is not going to be a signing convention. But we're still going to, we're going to do the next Dark Star, and we're going to have a party, in New Orleans. The next Dark Star, was, JT was willing to continue on and still offer that prize to our contestants. And that just meant the world to me. And, the fact that you're doing this now to broaden this amazing opportunity out to all five of our finalists is it's amazing. I mean,
well, you're welcome. I'm really just happy to be part of the project. I think it's important. I think especially right now, the environment that we're in with a lot of this AI stuff that is encroaching, that, it scares me. And so I think it's really important for authors to support narrators, human narrators now. And so I'm very happy to be part of the project. So.
Oh, it's beautiful. Well, okay. So let's talk about our finalists.
Okay.
And,
okay.
And because because these poor people are just sitting here going, "Who can tell me?" So, okay, so we have Jack Hill, we have Jesse Elwin, and E.M. Wild, and Andy Eloise, and Ethan Gray.
An all-star cast right there.
Yeah, all of these guys are, they're all ready for prime time as we speak, and they're all going to have very successful careers in audiobooks. If they choose to move forward, they're going to do it. There's no doubt about it. I think that we've uncovered that these are some pretty talented people. Yes. So I'm trying to think of how we're I guess so. So first of all, when we talked about our takes on this finale of the books, and or of these scenes that were duet, and I love the title. I think that Tessa came up with the title "Want to Do It,"
Yeah, there you go.
and it was a duet.
Do it.
And so we listened through what 12 different
Yeah, at least. Yeah, there was a
yeah
lot of
it was
different combos.
yeah it was a bunch. And so when we listened to them, I think that we both agreed on the two standouts
We
for
did, which I'm surprised. I was surprised because out of five, for both of us to agree on the
Mhm.
two that we thought were the ones, so great. So we're both in agreement. Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. All right, so do you want to do the honors? Or do
let's
you want me to?
rip the Band-Aid off and
Yeah, you want to do it?
yes, I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay, so the final two for the grand prize winners are Jesse Elwin and Ethan Gray.
Congratulations, guys.
Yay!
Isn't that amazing? I'm so excited. And, I think that, I would have been, it's really hard to deliver because, there can only be two winners. It'd be nice if everybody won, but your offer to allow them, allow all five into your book.
If they would like to, I would love to have the other three who are not the final to be part of the book too. If they would like to, I would love that.
I would love that too. I think that's wonderful. So, yeah, congratulations, guys. We've got a lot of business to take care of now. So we're scheduling production starting in early to, like, I think first to 15th of September is when we'll start
Hmm.
production. We've got to get everybody ready and up to spec and all that stuff. So, do you want to bring them up with us? I would
Sure,
love to.
that would be great.
Yeah,
Are
I,
they?
I
Are
would
they?
love to.
Yeah.
So let's see. Where's
Say
Jesse?
hi.
Let's see. Where are we? I wish I could like just do an invite. There's Ethan.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ethan.
Oh, and I have something for Ethan.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna make you a villain, dude. I am going to make you.
Really?
I'm sure. Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, because I saw something where he was like, I just really want to do a villain. They get all the good voices. It was like, okay, you're on. You're going to be a
That is
villain.
so cool.
You're a bad guy.
There's Jesse. All right. So we've got Jesse. Let me bring. I'm so old. JT. Maybe let's see if I do.
Don't look
Let's
at
see
me.
if I do that. Okay, the invitation is sent.
Okay.
There's Ethan. All right, Ethan. There we go.
There we go.
Oh man, I'm really glad. Yeah, so Tessa
Can you
came in
guys
and
hear
she's
me?
like, invite them up. So are you guys there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Jesse,
great.
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Are you
Wow.
surprised?
Yeah. I mean, like I know that it was a small, very talented pool, and I had no idea what to expect. So this is amazing.
Did you write a speech? You didn't write a speech, did you?
I have nothing prepared. I'm so sorry.
How about you, Ethan? What did you think of that finale? Did you feel like you knocked it out of the park?
No. I thought I did terribly.
Really?
But I am super. I'm so excited. I did write a speech. I'm so sorry that I lost everyone. Andy and Ian are amazing, and I was
Yeah.
okay.
Wow. Okay.
And Jack. Sorry, I'm struggling.
It wasn't easy, but I mean, I think that it really speaks to both of you,
Hmm.
um, how much of a standout performance you did, because I couldn't really offer any real criticism to any of the top five.
And you
So
both, I want to say that you both have a certain quality of your voice that is very easy to listen to, but it's soothing. There's something soothing about both of your voices, even when you're doing all different kinds of characters. So I just, I mean, I hate to use the word pleasant because, it's way better than that, but you're just both so nice to listen to.
Nice. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So Ethan, you're going to be a villain.
Yeah,
Hell
I'm
yes.
the villain, Ethan.
I'm so excited. I'm glad I posted that right before you decided, because that is very exciting. I haven't been a villain yet. I've wanted to be a villain, since I started doing this. So it's great.
This may be like, this might be what they cast you as from now on. Like
Getting typecast as a villain is one thing I'm okay with.
You'd be like the Joe Pesci of romance.
Pesci. No.
What, like I'm some kind of a clown to amuse you?
Oh my God, yeah, not Joe Pesci.
Yeah. My Joe I need to work on my Joe Pesci, but when I do,
You can post that. That can be a whole new thing for you, Troy. You can just do.
I'll bust it out. Yeah. I think I need to bust out of my, like, a little bit out of my shell too. Like I need to do like a Joe Pesci character too.
Or like an Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'd love to hear you try and do Arnold.
Come
on in there.
That's everybody down. So guys, congratulations. We're going to have to schedule production, and B, we're going to need to find your perfect microphone for both of you. And I've got a few mic manufacturers in mind that I'm going to be reaching out to talk to about the exact right microphone that'll work for you. And then I've got a couple of different interfaces in mind as well. And believe it or not, the interface makes a big difference as well, as to how everything sounds. So we'll get together and talk about that in the.
Yay!
Awesome.
So congratulations, guys! I'm very excited about this. I would love to see. Like I didn't talk about this. This party that we're having in New Orleans, but both of you are going to get, if you're able to make the party, we'll take care of 3 nights of your hotel stay, and we've got this seminar, masterclass seminar with 3 mentors, instructors. We've got Carol Monda. She was one of our featured mentors, and she's a pretty well-known coach. A lot of big time narrators will go to Carol Monda for general coaching on their acting, and then we have a guy named Tom Antonelli. Tom is a dialect specialist, so he can help you to when you've got a book coming up. Typically the way that it works is like you'll get a gig, and they'll say, yeah, we need somebody who can do a French accent. And so you'll have between the time that you schedule and the time you start to figure out how to do a French accent. Well, Tom Antonelli is like the dialect whisperer, and he's going to be one of the instructors for this 2-day seminar to teach narrators how to be better narrators. So, and there's a lot of other stuff that's like really valuable for narrators as well, like the business of narrating, how to set your rates, how to manage your schedules, and how to market yourself to potential customers and clientele. So that's another part of what you got going, what you've got to look forward to.
Awesome.
So. Yeah, congratulations, guys. I think that you deserve every bit of praise that you're getting, because you really did do an amazing job on that finale. So
you did. You both were incredible. So congrats to you both.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you both.
So I will leave you to your partying. And I want to say congratulations to both of you and to our 5 finalists. 5 finalists, if you're still around, hang out, wait for an email from us, because we've got to schedule some stuff with you as well, because we've got parts for you in JT's amazing book called Beg for Me. So
I'm
that's
so excited.
me too. Yeah, I really am. This is, I mean, I can't believe how fast time went by. It was like one
Yeah.
minute we're like talking about this kind of interesting contest idea. The
Yeah.
next minute we're like, we're here.
Boom. Yep.
So
Yep.
time flew really quickly. So,
It did, but it was a lot of fun. So yeah, congrats everybody again, and thank
Absolutely.
you for having me be part of this too.
JT, it's my pleasure. So thank you. All right, guys. Well, listen, I will leave you to your nights, and we'll connect tomorrow. And yeah, congratulations to everybody. Good night.
Amazing. Thank you both
All
so
right,
much.
guys. Take care.